Welcome. We'll start by finding the most comfortable position for you. That could be seated or it could be lying down. Some people think they need to be in this really rigid, strong, upright position, but if it's more comfortable for you to rest your low back against the back of your chair, then do that. Think about where your feet are on the ground. Maybe they are crossed. Maybe think about uncrossing them so that you're pretty balanced or as balanced as you can be. And maybe wiggle your hips a little bit to really find that nice, even space where you feel like you can just melt into your seat, where you feel like you've let go of as much tension as possible. And you're in a position you could sit in for a fair few minutes without any uncomfortableness or any anxious or any need to move around too much. However, if you do need to move, then move, right? I'm going to offer suggestions, but you need to do what feels best in your body. So take them or leave them or adjust and modify as you see fit. If you're comfortable doing so, you can close your eyes. And if that's not going to work for you today, just lower your gaze, have that little half gaze where you kind of make your eyes go blurry, focus on a little fuzz or a little corner of something, and would just settle into the body. We spend a lot of time in our head, which is, par for the course in modern society, but really feel into your body and tell your body it's safe, it's okay, we can relax. And we do that by focusing on the breath. Just noticing it at first. Where is it? And then inviting the breath to elongate, inviting the breath to slow, inviting the exhales to be longer than the inhales. And see how that sits. Can you feel the breath in the chest? Can you feel the breath in the ribs? Can you invite the breath down into the belly? Let the diaphragm do some of the work. Inhale, belly rises. And a long, slow exhale, belly sinks. And we'll stay here for a few minutes using that belly breath, inhaling and exhaling. These don't need to be fast or deep. We're just acknowledging, letting the diaphragm do the work, letting the belly rise on the inhale and letting the belly sink on the exhale. The less work you can do, the better. This is more about allowing the breath to come down into the bottom parts of the lungs, allowing the belly to rise, allowing the belly to sink, and observing it. Sometimes it helps to narrate what's happening. I am inhaling on the inhale. I am exhaling on the exhale. And sometimes it helps to match an intention or a mantra to the breath. So if you have something you're working on, a trait that you'd like to embody, you can inhale I am and exhale calm. I am calm. Or inhale I am and exhale relaxed. I am relaxed. Or I am okay. I am okay. Or to fill in whatever resonates with you today. And we'll keep that up for a little bit. Inhaling I am. And exhaling Even if you don't quite feel that way yet, telling yourself that you are able to embody that condition, embody that way of being, it will move the pendulum in your favor. The body wants to desperately live up to the expectations of the mind. So we can manifest these things by having space and telling ourselves what it is that we want to be, how we want to be. And we'll keep this breath as we focus on each part of the body, letting it relax, letting it release any tension. And we'll start with the right shoulder. Breathing into the right shoulder with your mantra, or simply acknowledging the inhale, acknowledging the exhale. And then breathing into the upper right arm, letting it relax, letting it embody that calmness, that relaxation. And then directing the breath into the right elbow. Breathing into that elbow, really feeling what it feels like, both the inside and the outside. Breathing into the lower arm on the right. And the wrist. Breathing into the palm of the hand. And the back of the hand. And then acknowledging the whole right arm. Let it be heavy. Let your hand lie on your lap, either palm up or palm down. And then bring the attention over to the left side. We'll do the same. Inhaling into the left shoulder, letting it relax. Breathing into the upper left arm. And into the elbow, front and the inner part of the elbow. And the bottom part of the left arm. And the wrist. Palm of the hand. And the back of the hand. Let the whole left arm be heavy, be relaxed. Palm up, palm down on the lap. Breathe into the throat and the chest. And then coming down into the heart space. We'll take 3 big breaths into the heart space. Filling the lungs and emptying the lungs. And then bring the attention down to the belly. And then to the right side. into the left side, and into the left hip. And breathe into the left quad, the top of the thigh. Into the kneecap on the left side. Breathing into the left shin. And the left ankle. Breathing into the top of the left foot. And all of the toes. And the sole of the foot. The heel on the left side. And the left calf. The back of the knee. The hamstrings. And let the whole left leg be heavy. Let the earth hold you. And then move the attention over to the right. Breathing into the right hip. Sending the breath into the quads, the top of the thigh. And then into the kneecap. And the shin. Breathing into the right ankle. On the top of the right foot. And all 5 toes. Moving the attention to the bottom of the foot, the sole of the foot. And the heel. And breathe up the calf. And behind the knee. Send the breath into your hamstrings. And let the whole right leg be heavy. Let the earth hold you. Let it be relaxed. And we'll breathe up the spine. Vertebra, vertebra. And into the right shoulder. And into the left shoulder. And up the back of the neck. All the way to the crown of the head. I want to think deeply about the crown of the head. And then moving the attention to the center of the skull, right in the middle. Where is your head in space? What's in front of you, behind you? Can you visualize? What's on the left and the right? Can you feel your body in 3 dimensions? Breathing into your eyes and letting the eyes sink a little bit deeper into their sockets. Relaxing the jaw, separating the teeth. Breathing into the tongue, letting it relax. Relaxing the ears. And feeling the breath come in through the nose, into the lungs, and out again. We're going to move very, very gently and slowly, tucking the chin to the chest, very slowly taking a breath here, feeling the stretch down the back side of the neck. And then slowly circling the shoulders, very slowly, very small, gentle movements. Maybe you tip the right ear to the right shoulder. Take a breath there. Maybe you tip the left ear to the left shoulder. Take a breath there. Maybe you tip the chin up towards the ceiling, closing the teeth gently and feel the stretch down the front of the throat. And maybe really gently give yourself a nice neck circle all the way around in one direction. And then all the way back around in the other direction. Maybe you bring a bit of movement into the fingertips. Maybe you open and close the fists nice and slowly and gently. If it feels good, you can roll the wrists in one direction and then the other direction. And then if you like, we can do some really slow hip circles, bringing your body over to one side and to the back and to the other side. Just really slowly moving, adjusting the weight, seeing how it feels to be in your body right now. If you've lost the breath, bring it back. It's fine. Maybe you inhale to the front and exhale to the back. Switching directions when you feel like it's right. Coming back to a seat, we'll bring the attention to the feet, pointing the toes, pressing into the ground, and flexing the toes, pressing into the heels, even if they don't move much or at all. Thinking deeply about pointing. Take a breath. And flexing. Take a breath. That builds neuroplasticity. And then doing some ankle circles on the right. Just slow, gentle, easy, being curious about what comes up in the other direction. And the same thing on the left. Inhaling, circle the ankle in one direction. It's okay to keep the toes pressed down or to lift the whole foot. It's up to you. And then circling the ankle in the other direction. Maybe you want to twist over the right shoulder. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you use the left hand on the seat or on the outside of your right thigh to help give a little extra. Breathing here. Slowly coming back to center and looking over the left shoulder. Maybe that's enough, or maybe you use the right hand on the chair or on the outside of the left thigh to give a little extra. And take a breath here. And slowly coming back to center. Maybe you like to generate some heat in the hands, rubbing the hands together. And covering the eyes. If they're still closed, you can blink them open, and we're just going to really nicely do a little massage on the face, on the brows, on the temples, on the ears, right on the ears, and maybe you pull on the earlobes, which can feel really nice, or uncurl the ears at the top. Maybe you pull them away like a monkey. And if you like, you continue down the neck. And if you find a spot that's still tense or tight, linger there for a moment. We can have good intentions and still hold a bit of stress or tension in our bodies. Don't beat yourself up. We just say, that's all right. We're safe. We're okay. And maybe tomorrow we can release a little more. But yeah, self-massage is really great. And then if you did set that intention, that way of being that you would like to embody, we'll bring it back to mind, send it out into the universe. Let the universe conspire to help make it so, because what we tell ourselves, the words we use, the language we use can be really, really powerful. So I invite you to be really kind to yourself. It's easy to get into the habit of negative self-talk, but when we look forward and we tell ourselves about the things we can do, that we want to do, that are exciting, we can generate really positive, lovely emotions in ourselves. So thanks for practicing with me today. Drink some water, take care of yourself, and yeah, thanks for coming.